Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from Papua New Guinea to all of you joining me from around the globe. This is our Papua New Guinea webinar, as our introducer Veronica has just gone through, welcoming some of you. And I am happy to see all of you here. Our regulars who are always here, they join hands with us here and they support us to share this business in this country. Thank you very much, all of you, for attending. Um, my name is David Bakau. I joined on Passive in September of 2019, and it's like going towards 2 years now. And I joined basically for a personal reason to look for an avenue to support me financially with my family. And when I got into the business, I then realized that OnPassive is something bigger than what I was looking for. You know, instead of only looking for financial uh, support, OnPassive has basically changed my outlook of life in itself, because it has completely changed my mindset. And I see that OnPassive will be able to help a lot of people because of the vision of our CEO, Ash Mufareh, who has created this business, thinking about all the people that try to get to online business and fail along the way. So he's created this platform for us. So I wouldn't take so much time. I would like us to go straight into the presentation. And we are so privileged to have one of our leadership council members here. He's very experienced and very knowledgeable in this industry of information technology. He's been in the industry for close to 35 years, and he's retired, and he's now joined OnPassive. He's none other than Charles Osong. We call him a man on a mission. So I wouldn't take so much time. I would like to pass it on straight to him, and he can be able to share this business with us through his life story. Thank you, Charles. Over to you. We're so privileged to have you here.
Thank you, David. I'm also honored to be among you guys. Thank you, Veronica, for that introduction. I can see the way you guys are trying to make this happen to Papua New Guinea. My heart goes out to you all. I will do anything just to help you guys to get there, right? Because we're all, like you say, I'm a man on a mission, right? And my mission is for the world, the whole world. So my pleasure to be here. I'm gonna welcome you founders. I see a lot of familiar faces. Feel privileged to be around you all. Welcome especially to our guests who are here today, because this is a special day. This is a day you will never forget. I can guarantee you, you will look back 2, 3, 4 years from now, and you'll be like, wow, he said it, and he was right. Okay, like David just said, I've been in IT for a very long time, but don't worry, you don't have to be in IT to be in this business. I am just here to simplify it for you, to make you understand it very, very well. I'm going to tell you about this. It's a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity, guys. It doesn't come very often. And the way I think, the way I do it, I just tell you my story because it is the truth, right? Mark Twain once said, as long as you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. And that's what I'm doing. I just like to not remember, right? Okay. So being in IT for a very long time, yes, you would think I make good money relatively, but because I have a big family, I always need extra money to help out. So I've always looked for something else to give me money, especially what we call passive residual income. That means you're not working for it, but the money is coming in. A long time ago, I stumbled upon the works of Mr. Warren Buffett. Most of us should know him because, of course, he's one of the wealthiest people on earth. And he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Needless to say, every time I go to sleep, I'm asking myself, am I making money? Okay? So because of that question, one good day, I got up from my job and I said, this is it, I'm done. I'm tendering my resignation. I remember a colleague of mine saying to me, Charles, wow, you're a blessed guy, you're lucky. You must have saved up so much money to be retiring this early. And I said to him, on the contrary, I've been working for so long, but I don't see the money. Now my retirement is looking bleak. I keep doing this, same thing over and over. According to Robert Einstein, you're expecting different results. That's his definition of what? Insanity. So I thought I was gonna get insane. That's why I stopped working. Got myself an office in Maryland, in the United States. And just over 2.5 years ago, a trusted friend of mine walked into my office and said to me, Charles, you're gonna have to look at this opportunity. And I said, well, no problem. But I have 3 prerequisites, 3 questions that must be answered first. Number 1, if I don't recruit in this opportunity, am I gonna be able to make money? If I do not sell, will I make money? And when I say money, I mean enough money to give me financial freedom. I had time freedom, remember that, because I had quit, I had stopped working. But I was still looking for financial freedom, because when you marry those two, that is what we call total freedom. So I asked my friend that day, if I cannot recruit, because I am a human being, worst of all, I am an African. Recruiting is not in our vocabulary. Am I gonna be able to make that kind of money? And he said to me, Charles, you will never have to worry about money again. You'll make enough money to leave a legacy for your children, your children's children, and beyond. I thought I was dreaming. I felt like breakdancing. I said, okay, well, let's go to question number 2. Will I have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it ownership. Will I have to pay a monthly ownership? He said, Charles, when this company launches, you'll come out of pocket once, and that's it. Well, so they were in pre-launch. So that gave me the idea. I said, okay, sounds good to me. Let's go to question number 3, the third and the final question, the last, but certainly not the least. Does this company have legitimate, viable products? By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Something that mankind needs on a daily basis. Think about your cell phone. Think about internet access, your Wi-Fi. Without those things, life is simply miserable. So I asked him, and without legitimate viable products, guys, any company out there doesn't have those, it is a time bomb. And when I asked my friend, he said, Charles, you have an extensive IT background. You will be able to understand these products better than me. And I said, okay. I went and took a look at the products. That's when I came back to him. And I said, my friend, should this company succeed in what they're trying to do, we're gonna have an internet quake. We're gonna have a shake-up of the internet. But I also told him, we'll have to wait a long time. It's not a walk in the park. No. He didn't like that, because he's like you and I. He's like all of us. We need instant gratification. We need money now. And he said to me, Charles, why would you say that? And I said, well, you told me to take a look at the products. I did. And I think I understand what they're doing. They're using artificial intelligence, AI for short, in every step of the development process. Now, AI is a disruptive technology. And what do I mean by that? It's one of those technologies that come in every once in a while, and it'll change the way we do things. We have no choice. In other words, it'll disrupt our lives. AI, my friends, is yet the most disruptive technology mankind has ever known. But AI is very involved. It involves what? It involves machine learning. It involves empirical data. It involves coding, millions upon millions of lines of coding. And for those of you who are familiar with software development, that is time consuming. And that is why I told my friend, we are going to have to buckle up, fasten our seatbelts, and simply enjoy the roller coaster. But I also told him, I don't care how long we're going to wait, 5 years, 6 years, I don't care. I want to be part of this opportunity right now. I had something called FOMO, fear of missing out. I had missed out on quite a few opportunities earlier on in my life. I wasn't going to miss out on this one. Not for any length of time and not at any cost. So I looked him in the face and I asked him, my friend, how much is it going to cost me to be part of this business today? And I was thinking some huge amount of money, $20,000 maybe more. I didn't care. I had my credit cards with me. Fortunately, in the United States, we do not need cash. All you need is some plastics. And I had a few of those at the time. And I asked him, how much is it going to cost me? He looked at me and said, Charles, believe it or not, all you need is $97. $97. I looked at him. I was speechless. I was flabbergasted. I was discombobulated. I could not believe what he was saying. And I said, my friend, you drove all the way to come to my office to mess with me? He said, no, I'm not joking. This is serious. Well, okay. Here's my credit card. Put it on there. By the time we were done, it had costed me $102. So yes, there is a $5 fee that the banks will charge you when you use their card, right? But nothing to do with OnPassive. Big deal. I told him, consider that dinner for two. But I also told him, I do not have 5 or 6 years to be monitoring this business. So call me, text me, email me, do whatever it takes, get me informed when they are closer to launch so I can get more involved. He said, deal. 8 months later, gave me a call. Charles, the CEO of this company wants to talk to all of us in 1 week's time. I said, okay, I'll be there. 1 week later, I hop on the call. And there was Mr. Ash Mufareh, the CEO of this company. Mr. Ash Mufareh, for those of us who have been founders for some time, we have come to know and love him dearly. Not only because he's going to help us make money, and I can assure you, he will help us make tons of money, but also, and more specifically, because of his heart for humanity. My friends, there are quite a few geniuses out there. There's Bill Gates, we all know him, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, just to name a few. All of these guys have the brains, but do they have the heart? As you come to join OnPassive, you're gonna see our CEO, Mr. Mufareh. Not only does he have the brains, but also he has the heart for humanity. And that is why a lot of us leaders, we resonate with him so well. But mind you, I was listening to him for the very first time. And I went on a webinar and he said, folks, we have been making a lot of progress. In fact, we are closer to launch. And I could not, needless to say, that statement threw me off, because just 8 months earlier, I just told my friend, we're gonna be waiting for a long time. And now all of a sudden, here comes this dude saying we are closer to launch. And I'm like, who is he kidding? I know what they're doing. But what that did was it got my attention. So I was listening keenly. He said, we've gone to Bangalore in India. And we've leased 2 floors in a high-rise building. For those of you who are familiar with that part of the world, Bangalore is like a big tech city in India. The number 1. Today, we're in high-tech city in Hyderabad. At the time, we were not there. He had gone to Bangalore. He leased 2 floors in a high-rise building. And he went on and he said, we've hired 200 engineers, the best of the best. And these guys are working day and night to make sure our goal is realized. So now in my head, I'm beginning to think. Now my head is playing tricks on me, but I'm thinking. I say, okay, most startup companies are going to have 20 to 25 engineers. Most startup companies are going to have these engineers work 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 hours a day. Well, Mr. Mufareh has gone to the source. And when I say source, for those of you who are familiar with IT, you agree with me that Indians are the best in the game. He goes to the source. He doesn't get 20 or 25 engineers. No, he gets 200 of them. And they're not working 8. No, not 9. Not 10 hours a day. They are working around the clock. They are taking turns, working in shifts to make sure this baby is born. So now in my head, I am beginning to think, okay, with this kind of a resource, yes, you are able to cut time frames. With this kind of a resource, yes, you are able to do in 2, 3, 4 years what is scheduled to take 5, 6, or even 7 years. So my belief factor goes off the roof. Then I started to think. Mr. Mufareh went on though. I'm listening. He says, some of us, founding members, you and I, have been unethical. So we're going to come up with a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA for short. When you see those NDAs, sign them up. It's the only way you can be part of this business. 2 months later, he called up another meeting. Folks, NDAs are out, go sign them up. I went back, took a look at this long document. And I can assure you, my friends, I am not an attorney, not by any stretch of the imagination. But by the time I was done reading that document, I knew that was the time that I told my friend to give me a call, text me, do whatever it takes. I went back, looked at all this company had done, the time, money, energy spent from the time I joined up until then. And I said to myself, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm going to become a man on a mission, because there is going to be an internet quake. There is going to be a revolution, and I will be part of it. We are going to change the world together. Called up a few friends in my office. I said, my friends, we are going to have to spread this word massively. We are going to do our part. Those who have ears can hear. If you don't have ears, we have done our part. So we brainstorm. What's the best way? Thanks to technology. Zoom. Doesn't matter where you are. All you need is a smart device. Give me a smartphone, an iPad, a laptop, doesn't matter. You need internet access, and that's it. You're on. So what is this company we're talking about? ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE, V as in Victor, E as in Edward. And that name was not given by chance. This is a passive opportunity fully automated. What does that mean? That means you come in, when we launch, you pay one little small amount of money and you are done. The engineers, the employees work on your behalf. You fold your arms and money in your bank account, day in, day out. The CEO, Mr. Mufareh, that I just mentioned a few moments ago, has a master's in e-commerce. Went back to Harvard. Did some more studies on online businesses. The guy has a knack for artificial intelligence, AI, the one that I just mentioned, disruptive. The guy is a guru when it comes to traffic generation. What is traffic? Traffic is the single most important differentiator between OnPassive and any other business you have out there that you know. Traffic is the reason I can dream today. Traffic is the reason all of us founders, and even you guests, we can dream today. So let's spend a couple minutes talking about traffic because it is that important. Traffic is the most fundamental element in any business. It doesn't matter whether this business is offline or online. But most of us have an age. We are more used to offline businesses. We are what we call digital immigrants. So let's start with offline businesses. Let's say you have an offline business and I have the same exact business, identical. It doesn't matter what kind of business. It can be a car dealership. It can be a barber shop, a hair salon, doesn't matter. But let's just pick a restaurant. Why? Because I love food. And all of us at some point in time have to eat. So you have that restaurant and I have the same exact restaurant. Same kind of restaurant, same kind of food. In fact, same chef. The only difference, location. Your restaurant is located in a busy area, in a shopping mall. People come in and out all the time. My restaurant is located in a back alley. It is hidden. Yours is gonna fare better than mine. And here's why. People are gonna come to that shopping mall, minding their own business, to do their hair, their nails, buy some clothes, window shopping. Whatever it is that brings them to the shopping mall, they will eventually get hungry. Look up, spot your restaurant, wander into your restaurant, and the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, they're gonna have to know it is there. They're gonna have to come there deliberately, knowing that we are going to this restaurant. Because of that, guess what? It suffers. It suffers from what? Traffic. So what then is traffic? The people, the customers that come in and out of your business. That's traffic. What about online traffic? What is that? But before I go there, I just want to say this. In this digital day and age, if you have that traditional business offline, like the restaurant, you better get yourself an online presence. Otherwise, you're going to be smoked by your competition. Yes, you are. The reverse is not true. You can have a very successful business online without an offline presence. Typical example, Amazon. So what am I saying? Excuse me. So what am I saying in essence? Yes, we do have a lot of businesses offline, millions upon millions of them, but we do have more businesses online than we do offline. Now, we have billions of businesses online, and all of these guys make money through traffic. Without traffic, they are dead. And what is online traffic then? Clicks, my friends, that's it. So you have a business online. The first thing that needs to happen for you to make a sale, someone has to come and click on it. No clicks, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. So we have companies, individuals online. All they do is drive traffic to all these billions of businesses. That's how they make money. And they're making a killing. Typical example, Google. And then we have what we call targeted traffic. Even better, what is targeted traffic? Say you go online, you're shopping for a TV, and all of a sudden, somebody comes behind you and say, wait a minute, go to charlesoson.com. And the moment you get there, all you see are TVs, all kinds of TVs, all colors, all sizes, all prices. Chances of you buying, very high. Now, that's a targeted traffic. When you go somewhere that offers what you're looking for, and our CEO and founder, Mr. Mufareh, is the best in the game of driving targeted traffic. He proved himself. When he graduated, he joined a few companies, sent traffic, sent customers to them, sent affiliates to them. Yes, he made some millions doing that. And these companies also made tons of money. Unfortunately, most of them went out of business. Why? Remember I told you guys earlier, no legitimate, viable product. Any business is a time bomb. So Mr. Mufareh and his family, notably his wife, they are gonna say, you know what, we need to stop doing this. We need to stop sending customers, people, to businesses that will eventually go out. We're gonna start our own. We're gonna have legitimate, viable digital services. We're gonna get founding members, you and I, founding members. We will drive traffic to them. They make money, we make money, everybody is happy. And remember, that is why I told you, because of traffic, we can dream today. So over 3 years ago, and that's important, there was no pandemic, there was no COVID-19. Mr. Mufareh and his friends, they're gonna sit and say, okay, we're starting our own business, we're gonna have digital services, legitimate and viable, okay? And what are these services? We have close to 8 billion people on earth. And at any point in time, every minute, statistics say you have about 7 million of these people online doing something, looking for some services. Now, today that number should be more, right? Because of pandemic. But 7 million is still a lot. What kind of services are they looking for? Some of us are doing what? Online banking. I know that. I do that every day, sometimes twice a day. And I know a bunch of you do that also. And when we do these things, there are people that monetize on our services. And these guys are gonna say, we can do that too. We can do it even better with AI. Some of us are on our favorite social media, right? LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I love Facebook. But when we're on Facebook, what are we doing? We're sending texts, images, photos to friends, family members, colleagues, classmates. Well, that's called community. And these guys are gonna say, with AI, we can have our own community. As you come to join us, we already do have our community. It's more than 810,000 strong and increasing by the minute. These guys are saying with AI, we're gonna be the correction to the corruption. We're gonna have a bigger, stronger, better community, and we're gonna compensate everybody in that community. How's that? Some of us online, we are doing video conferencing, just like you and I. So if you can see me, or you can hear me, or both, it means you went to Zoom, you put in some ID, and there we are. Well, guess what? Eric Wan, the owner of Zoom, with his cohorts, they are monetizing on our services as we speak. And Zoom is not the only one. We have Skype, we have AnyMeeting, we have Cisco WebEx, we have Google Hangouts, Microsoft Teams. We have a plethora of more than 25 of them, all of them making serious money, especially since the advent of COVID-19. Well, Zoom is the most popular amongst all of this. Why? Because they are the most user-friendly, but not for long. You guys wait. You wait until OnPassive launches its webinar platform. We call it OConnect. Some of us who have been founders for some time, we've had the opportunity to take a sneak peek at it. The images are clearer, 3D. It is more secure, end-to-end encrypted. It is scalable. And above all, guess what? The price is better. It's more affordable. Like Mike Ellis always says, at a lower price point. Well, today is still Zoom's day because OnPassive has not yet launched. So let's talk about Zoom. Prior to COVID-19, Zoom was averaging 10 million participants every day. Yes. April 1st, 2020, same company took a statistic. That number had risen to over 300 million participants a day. You can imagine what it is today. November 30th, 2020, Forbes magazine came out with a report. Zoom had made more profits than ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is decades old American oil company. You can imagine where the money is going. Why? Because ever since the pandemic, every university, high school, middle school, elementary school, asking students to take classes virtually. Every employer asking employees to work from home. I've seen pastors, men of God, women of God, having virtual Bible studies, prayer services. The world is going virtual. And OnPassive is simply going to help us monetize. Let's talk about another service, virtual private network, VPN. What is that? It's just a fancy name. It's a fancy name for a tunnel. A tunnel that cuts across a major network, such as the internet. It provides for privacy. Employers use it so that their employees can access corporate data without fear of bad guys, without fear of hackers. Ever since the pandemic, more and more companies asking employees to work from home. Microsoft, Google, Facebook, all of them, even the federal government. That means what? That means somebody is monetizing. So these guys at OnPassive are gonna say, you know what? We have AI at the back of our hands. We can have our own VPN, super, super smart, more secure, end-to-end encrypted, more scalable, and above all, guess what? More affordable. My friends, I can assure you, when OnPassive launches our all virtual, the big players in this space, like Cisco Networks, they are going to know there is a new sheriff in town, believe me. Now let's talk about another service, search engine optimization, SEO. Sounds like a mouthful. Most of us know of search engines. We know of Yahoo. We know of Bing. And those of us Apple enthusiasts, we know of Safari. And everybody should know of Google. It's like a household name these days. You can go to Google 10 times a day, 50 times a day, 100 times a day, free of charge. You can go to Google to get one email address, 10 of them, 100 of them, free of charge. A lot of us use Facebook. We go to Facebook, free of charge. All these giant high-tech companies are free, right? Seems like. Yet, they are multi-billion-dollar companies. And so here is the multi-billion-dollar question. How do they make money? How does Google make money? Most of us don't know, and frankly, most of us don't even care because it's none of our business. But how about SEO is Google's primary way of making money. And I'm going to tell you how that works, because OnPassive is going to help us make money the same way. You can go to Google today to search for something, anything. Can be anything, can be a phone, can be a watch. But let it be a camera, only because I do market my camera through Google. That's it. You go to Google, you search for camera, a bunch of them will pop up. One of them from my store. Well, you click on that camera from my store, you just costed me money. You don't have to buy it. They call it pay-per-click. So what does Google say? You market something, you advertise something through us, and the customer comes looking for that item. We're going to optimize our search to bring your item to the top, of course, because you've paid us. Hence the search engine optimization. And as soon as they see it, eyeballs, our job is done. You pay us. So I have a credit card on their file. At the end of the month, they're going to tally up all the clicks that went towards my store, and they just take the money, okay? Even if no one bought anything, doesn't matter. Now, I'm a small business guy, very, very small, almost insignificant online. And I'm paying Google averagely $400 every month. You can imagine what the big guys are paying Google, the big guys, the big players. United Airlines, all these big players. You can imagine what they're paying Google every month. I'm also paying Microsoft. Why am I paying Microsoft? Bill Gates bought over a company called Bing. And I'm using their search engine, and I'm paying them big money. I'm also paying a company called GoDaddy for domain name service, DNS. What's the domain name? Every company online. If you have a company online, I don't care how big it is, how small it is, you're going to have a domain name. So when you hear xxx.com, xxx.org, .info, that's domain name. Somebody is hosting it, somebody is monetizing. And GoDaddy is one of the biggest. Well, OnPassive is going to help us monetize on that as well, using what? Artificial intelligence. OnPassive is going to help us monetize on search engine optimization. We're going to have our own. By the time you type the first character, it is going to know where you are headed. That's how intelligent it is. My friends, when OnPassive launches, the big players in that space, the Google, the Microsoft, they are going to know there is a new kid on the block. Believe me. What am I saying? All I'm doing is I'm giving you some services, digital services that OnPassive is putting together. There are many of them, but I'm giving you the ones that we are used to, the ones that you and I can relate to. But there are lots of them. There's e-learning, there's tracking, all kinds of stuff. Now, what is OnPassive doing? OnPassive says, if you are an individual, you're a business person, small or large, and you need something online, something digital, we have it for you. All of them under one umbrella. All of them in one place. In IT, we call it single sign-on. And here is the first time, here is what has never happened before. The big word today. They are all integrated. Never been done before. Never been done. And we at OnPassive, we are 99% there. That is value. So what did I say in the beginning? You don't have to recruit to make money with OnPassive. You don't have to come out of pocket every month to pay some bill. And above all, you have the most legitimate, viable digital services in this day and age. My friends, you are going to be hard pressed to find any one company that has all three of these. And if you do, I implore you to contact me. I will be your first customer. Promise, guarantee. Now, with all this value that I just mentioned, what is it going to cost you to become a founder today, a founding member of this company today? When my friend came to me 2.5 years ago, it was $97. Fortunately for you today, it is still $97. But for how much longer is it going to be $97? I can assure you, we are soon, in a matter of weeks, going into soft launch. What does soft launch mean? We, the founders, we are going to be beta testing the products. Some of the products are ready for testing before we take it to the public. So we're going to start beta testing. And once we start beta testing, the price might go up. $97 may no longer be $97. It might cost you a little more to become a founder. So if you're not yet a founder, if you're a guest here today, jump on it. Like Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Galactic, said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you don't understand it, say yes, then learn how to do it. This is that amazing opportunity. And the beautiful thing is, the $97 is refundable after 30 days. So it's even more than amazing. Jump on it. Now, you pay your $97. What happens next? Financially, nothing until we go public, until we launch. And when we launch, here's what's going to happen. As far as I'm concerned, this is the meat of this presentation. If you're a guest, please sit up, take a sip of water, like I'm going to do right now. And then listen. When OnPassive launches, everybody, all of us founders, we are going to become OnPassive's first customers. We are going to be a product of the products. Therefore, we are going to come out of pocket once, one last time, small amount of money, around $250, and that gives us access to all those services that I just mentioned, all of them. It is a monthly subscription, very important. But here's a good thing. We're going to pay just once. AI goes to work on our behalf, bringing in customers, giving us commissions. 30 days later, we have enough money, and the system is going to pay our subscription automatically for us. The balance we can take home. I'm going to say that again. We'll pay once, and after that, AI takes over. OnPassive pays our subscription from our profits. We are here because of monthly residual income. We cannot have monthly residual income without monthly subscription. However, we don't have to pay out of pocket monthly. We pay once and that's it. You can't beat that. Okay? Now, with OnPassive, you can be passive, as the name implies, or you can be active. It's up to you. All of us are going to win, whether you're active or passive. Being active simply means you share with your friends and family, just like we're doing now. We are going to win. Being active simply means you pay your $97 and you fold your arms, you wait until launch, you pay that one time, $250, and you are done. And you're going to win. Okay? So decision to be active or passive is yours. Doesn't matter. We are all going to win. Now, there is some risk in OnPassive, right? Every business has risk. OnPassive is no different. What is our risk? $97. But guess what? It's only a risk after 30 days. Because first 30 days, you can get that money back. Okay? So let's say it's over 30 days and you risk $97. Big deal. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. But if you don't want to risk that money, no problem. Keep your money. Don't pay the $97. Don't become a founder. You wait until OnPassive launches. You don't have to pay $97. You can become a customer or a reseller, and you will still make money. But are you going to make the kind of money that founders make? That is a big question. All of these companies that you see out there, Google, Facebook, you can still make money. You can go buy some shares, wait 2-3 years, you'll make some money. You might get lucky, but you're not going to make the kind of money that founders make. The same thing applies with OnPassive, my friends. Jump on it now. Now, I believe I've given you enough information to make an informed decision But if you do have questions, I'm sure we have a lot of founders here. We have a lot of experienced founders and leaders here that are going to help you with your questions. Back to you, David. Thank you for giving me the chance. It's my honor.
Wow. Thank you, Charles. It's awesome. Well done. Very, very well presented to us. Thank you. I'll just
awesome, Charles.
Yes. I'll just say something in Pidgin, just for the Pidgin viewers here. Yumi lo Papua New Guinea. Yumi RMPNIS M1 Pla leader, council leader long ONPASSIVE, Charles Sosong. Emi scale him this la business one time Yumi, Emi share him one time Yumi. This la business in information technology business. So by me talk internet company, computer company. So suppose you look in Google, you look in Facebook, you look in Microsoft, you look in Apple, and all big technology company stuff. All right, Mipla ONPASSIVE 2 and Mipla one kind. Mipla 2 ONPLA technology company. Okay, Mipla launch yet, company come public yet. All still work yet long all workman, all engineer, all still work work building this company stuff. Now close to time now, by Mipla launching this business. So you look in line lo here long this screen Mipla start long now line join him long mosem planti belum Mipla joining business finish na Mipla kama posem founder blo this business CEO blo company give Mipla this opportunity long come up founder one time long this business where me building. Now this business got plenty or something where me to play by non upsawe to mas suppose stop inside lo IT background you non upsawe tasol suppose you say using Facebook or you say using Google or working search lo one pla some you school mangi you like working research now you working using also company please and by you clearly click long one something me pla like launching lo here sample products lo me pla and stop on this little area where it can help him all school mangi or this kind where now you missed up lo video conference this business we got plenty of products and we plug us 50 plus product where only not long come on top now use him all company also working business online all by use him. So me like talk suppose you got sample asking you stop all guest you stop now you like ask him some question. This business and one kind business you can ask him now can help him you long clear him thinking below you now you can look sawe this business we by costing you $97 lo American dollar tasol long kina Papua New Guinea kina below you me talk some close to 400 kina tasol 400 kina you buy him now you come up with some founder now bien time you like going to long launch him company lo world now. And by me buy mosem one pla also talk rental money rent fee or subscription fee lo English also talk osem. So by you like start him store and by you pay him got store you karem kago put him lo house lo nar plaman na you rent him store blanam. So by you pay him la 1 month rent there. So first month rent and by you me pay him lo pocket lo me. Na bian lo display company by take over time start long bring him customer kami lo store lo you na you working money and by him out lo profit beli you not lo rausim lo pocket beli mo. So really upshot pla explanation me making lo pigeon. So suppose you like ask him some more question or line beli me you plus up long one map you tune in long you got all visitors or guests beli you stop on time you can ask him all that supply question you can ask him lo on behalf long all. Thank you. Thank you everyone. So I just basically briefed on what Charles has explained here. It's not in detail as what he did, but we have an opportunity to ask questions, and we have all the leadership council members here, some of them here, and some of our founders who have been in the business and they've acquired knowledge about the business. They can be able to help us answer it. So I'll just open up the platform for question and answers. Vero, did we see any questions in the chat? Now, suppose you like asking question, but you have in manta solo sem, you look in one pla button long. Phone blue, you tamblo phone blue, and one pla button, and got hand blow mano sem, you press him tasolna. And by you put him hand, you can come on top. But I can open him mic line, I can talk. Fred, you have something to say? You can go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Brother David.
Fred, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Fred, we can't hear you.
So it's quite windy. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Just a quick question, David. I think it's both. Unfortunately, it will also hinge on a founder's questioning. But at the same time, it's a question coming from a lot of our prospects, people who want to join. The immediate question everybody asks is, how are we going to make money? Because they don't know how the internet works, the internet trading works. Okay, Charles just mentioned something that adds a bit of clarity by saying how Google makes money. So I kind of assume that will it be the same as clicking? If a customer clicks our web page, does that mean money, or is it actually the actual buying, the payment process that's going to make money? Is clicking on our account another form of money which Google and Facebook and these other guys use? I hope that question is a little bit clear.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a good question, Fred. I'll give it back to Charles. If you are able to elaborate on that.
Okay, Fred. Yes, that's a good question, and you're partially right. They'll click, right? So here's what's going to happen. On Passive, when we launch, and we're going to pay one small amount of money, about $250, I said, that money is going to be used to build our businesses for us. So each and every one of us will have a website built by OnPassive. Okay, so for example, you might have Fred.com, that's your website. I may have Charles, David may have David. So all of us, we're going to have a website. And on that website, all of those products that I mentioned to you guys, more than 50 of them, OnPassive is going to be advertising those products. The VPN, Virtual Private Network, okay? The tracker, the virtual, all of them. All those products and services that I mentioned, search engine optimization, community, all of that, right? Now, the targeted traffic is going to be sending customers that are looking for those products to our website. So all of this, we just sit and fold our arms, right? OnPassive is doing the work, it's automated. Somebody comes to your website that is looking for one of those items, and they click on your website, of course. They say, oh, wow, this is great. I want this. They subscribe. Same way that I'm subscribed to Zoom, because I pay Zoom every month. Same way that I'm subscribed to Google, because I pay them. I'm subscribed to Microsoft. So those people are going to come and they're going to subscribe. And as they pay every month, you get a commission. Okay? So that's how we're going to make money. So partially they have to click. First of all, they have to click. Now, here's the thing. Very important. If OnPassive sends 100 customers to your website, some may sign that day, maybe one, maybe two, who knows? Some may take, have to make up their mind, take a week or take a month or even 6 months. But during that time, they are already tagged to you because they came to your website. At any point in time, they decide to subscribe, they are still your customers. And then if and when they do subscribe, OnPassive support team now follows up with them if they have issues. So you don't do anything. 100% hands-free. And you just collect money. How good is that?
Too good, too good.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you, Charles. Great.
Too good, yes. If larem em nogat work by if making company em by making mogat work blow you know not making on work. You know not working website too. Suppose you join us and founder. If you know so working website, you know not making too company by working website blow you. Company by putting name blow you on top of the website. A company by bringing customer come inside of this website blow you. Or some Charles talk yeah. Time all come now looking product blow you now. Product on passive products tap inside long website or store blow you. Now only buy 'em. Okay. Suppose only put working on to a click long em. Now only no buy 'em now. All right. All lose him now all gone. I'll talk tomorrow. Up tomorrow all stop. Okay. Company now all workman lo company all now all by working la work lo follow up. You know not lo follow up. Company now by follow up on your behalf or by company by start long follow up this like customer or any come na any click finish the sol no buy. All right, all by salim all sample mo talk sawe or email golongam promotion material golongam na by look now. Now by kisim thinking blame now by buying. So now money by going to long wallet play. So you know not making one play work play you and you register as all. Na time you go launch. By you pay him this la one plata time fee tasol, rent money you pay him one plata time tasol. Na bian lo this la company kisim customer come inside now start lo buying product now and you sleep kirap na you rausi money tasol. And work lo you lo sleep kirap na rausi money tasol. Okay, something company make him you not make him one plasan. Also talk lo English all talk hands free yeah. And bring na walk to ya by sit down tasol. Andrew by pressing button lot of solo rousing money la wallet na comes to bank account. Thank you. Do we have any more questions?
David?
Yes, Vero?
Okay, it's a question somebody just said. If a person becomes a founder, apart from not doing anything, can he also take part in promoting the company? And I said yes, but maybe for the sake of the guests who are here, if we could answer that, what are the benefits of being a founder? And in addition to that, what you can do after the company is launched as a reseller. Thank you.
Okay, let me touch on that. So today we are looking for founders. I remember somebody asked me once, "Hey Charles, so after lunch, we're not going to do presentations anymore?" And I just laughed. And I said, "Okay, we're going to do presentation. It's just going to be a little different, right?" So today we are looking for founders. And what are the advantages of being a founder? First of all, it's about timing and positioning, right? It's just we are at the right time and at the right place. Not everybody's going to be that lucky. That means that we are helping found the company. We are helping the CEO in his endeavors. We are giving suggestions. We can suggest things. We can sit with him and he gives us demos. Products are getting ready and we're having demos, right? The engineers will come, and these are things that stakeholders do, right? Stakeholders, real stakeholders in companies, okay? The engineers will come, and I'll be part of that technical side where we have to go to the stakeholders and present to them what we're doing. These guys are doing it for us as if we're stakeholders. That is big, okay? So we have the chance to pre-build because we're in it early. We can get our family members and friends in. Those people that are going to come later, they're not going to be so lucky. There are other perks for founders. We're going to have trips. We're going to have other things arrange for founders? Well, guess what? Once OnPassive launches, we, the founders, you can be passive, like the person just asked, or you can be active, right? If you decide to be passive, that's fine. But you can also be active. I plan to be active. I give you an example. Let's say Veronica, upon launch, Veronica decides to be passive and I decide to be active. Well, AI traffic is gonna go around sending traffic to all our websites, send traffic to Veronica, send traffic to me, send traffic to everybody. Now, what if, in addition to the traffic, let's say the traffic gives me 20 customers in 1 month's time, for example, and it gives Veronica 20 customers in 1 month's time. But on my own, I can get 20 more or 30 more customers in addition to the traffic. Why? Because I'm excited about the product. I think it works great, greater than anything I've seen out there. And somebody calls me, Charles, I want to have video conferencing. Any suggestion? Hey, try OConnect. Forget about Zoom. It's cheaper, it's better, it's faster, it's more secure. Try that. Before you know it, I have tons of customers. The company is doing its thing, giving us customers day in, day out. But as it's doing it, I'm doing mine. So if Veronica is growing by 20 customers a month, maybe I'm growing by 50 customers a month. Who makes more money, Veronica or me? That's just the way it works, right?
Thank you. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. Do we have any more? Any more questions? I think the presentation is well explained, and people are, all the questions are possibly taken out of their minds. Joe Rambari, you got some like asking one them online, blame me long. Why no got?
I'm also anything in there.
Yes.
David.
Yes. Yes, Vero, go ahead.
Another question. Do you have to know anything about internet to join OnPassive?
Sorry, I didn't get that one.
Yeah, she says, do you have to know about internet to be part of OnPassive? Nope. The answer is no. In fact, Ash Mufareh did this business for people like that, okay? For people who don't know anything. That is why we're excited. That's why I said I will be a man on a mission, because this is for everybody, right? Unlike those businesses where you have to pick and choose who can join because they know something, right? They know internet, they know IT, they know this, they know that. No. You join because you are part of humanity, you see it, somebody brings you in, you don't have to know anything about anything to be part of OnPassive and to succeed in OnPassive. 100% hands-free. That's what we call it.
Thank you. Iplaharem, Charles Tok this la business suppose you sawalo in IT or you know sawalo IT you legally mangi natural you school na you go on the people you learn style of place you know sawalo computer you know sawalo computer live blue tasola. Suppose you got like straight lo join na kama person pla founder you find him tasol la 400 kinana you come na you join him business mosem you join him tasol you pay him registration fee pla you mosem you come a founder bian longem ba you pay him this la one pla fee tasol or sem lo activate him you online now and finish you don't have lo making one pla work you know no got need lo you sawe lo internet too. And work blue tasol now you go to bank account bank now you open him bank now you connect him bank account blue you go and them this la wallet blue and you got online by stuff but me pla help him you lo long make him this la work tasol suppose you know sell on plus something right you join tasol big plus something and you join tasol because this la business and me pla look him me join close to 2 player now me look sem business and by help him me pla lo Papua New Guinea me look sem plenty help you got all problem long heavy long school na no got classroom lol teacher na sampla you no got wara no got kutla road di konchalo place housing to no got marasin lo housing all 8% up nothing na no got money work because no got marasin na all man say you mi say panim road lo go lo kisim marasin lo town na lon disla road you go and plenty heavy sa come up osem na mi lukim disla business and by helping me pla you was a founder time you come inside Charles and me explaining finish you no can work on work you stop the soul na you pay fee blow you na you come up founder na time company work and by paying you na disla money you kisim now you straight him sit down blow you straight him sit down blow you straight him house blow you straight him you yet finish lo family em by money em by continue lo kam em internet em no sem money work em disla machine work em all you know is I sleep 24 hours you mean now lo Papua New Guinea you mean abinun em all upset ya em all tutak ya tas all machine em work so em by work day and night na em come up in money now em by put him koncha long wallet blue na you can rouse him come lo bank account blue thank you em mosem liglig absut la talk na me yes my brother Mati you can share your bit here. Mati is the one that introduced me into OnPassive. Mati is my sponsor. He sponsored me, and then I knew about this company, and then I decided to bring it to Papua New Guinea, and we are sharing it here in Papua New Guinea. Thank you, Mati. Go ahead.
And in case you don't know, David is my brother from another mother.
Yes.
Anyway, what I wanted to do is I want to say on top of what Charles said. Listen, I did market. There's other people here that market. Tony Monk marketed. Charles Osong is a marketer. There's other ones. The reason I got in this business was because those businesses out there that all of you have been part of were there, and they're designed that you will not succeed unless you have hundreds and hundreds of hours and time to learn how to market. You will fail in those businesses. I hated building big teams and could not bring anybody with me. The reason I am in OnPassive is because everyday people, women, men, disabled people, black, white, yellow, pink people, curly hair, long hair, freckles, ugly, fat, skinny, it doesn't matter. Anybody in the world can get in this business and make an income that will change their life forever. That's why I'm in. That's why Charles is in. Yes, we can go out and work on some company that we hope is going to last. This company was built by an individual who's very wealthy, and guess what? He doesn't care about money. It's not his goal. His goal when he built this was to reach out to people like Papua New Guinea, the Philippines, other countries where they never have a chance. And don't feel bad. There's Americans, there's Canadians that get in MLM and lose money every day. I know them. I've met them. I worked with them. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. But this business was designed so that Mary and Bridget and everybody here, Veronica, Chris Johnson, David Switzer, Arnold, Fred Livica, David Bacau, all, not some, will be successful. The guarantee in this business is success. We are all experts on day one. Why? They run the traffic for you. They're going to run people through your system when you're sleeping, if you're sailing, if you're walking, if you're eating in the kitchen, if you're on a trip, if you're on the beach, or if you're climbing a mountain. Your business is growing, 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 growing. And the customers that come in, you don't have to support them. You don't have to help them. You don't have to do nothing. If you can drink water and you can breathe, you can make it non-passive. It's that simple, no joke. Don't make it any harder than that. If you want to share it, share it. If you don't, don't. I share. Why? I shared before I got here. I'm going to share while I am here. But you don't need to. If you share, you get there quicker. But success is a guarantee in this business. How fast? Nobody really knows that, but I guarantee you're going to be successful. Stick with it. If you're in it, you win it. No joke. And you can't make it any clearer than that. Don't make it difficult. I know you're sitting out in the jungle, maybe listening to a boombox and thinking, yeah, he's talking about everybody else. No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you wherever you're at. If you hear me, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to somebody I know. I'm talking to people I don't know. You let this slip by, and it's a foolish thing to do. It's a foolish thing to do to let this slip by. I would do whatever it took to get in this business. I paid $97 just like everybody else 2.5 years ago. I'd pay $10,000. I'd mortgage my home to get in this business. So if you let it go for 97, you are absolutely insane. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you, my brother from another mother. Thank you. That's well said, you know. Thank you for that. William, after William, we have Tony and then Veronica.
Hello. Okay, Charles, I was just enjoying your presentations, and David as well. I just have one question. And the question is, I've signed up a number of founders. Most of them are illiterate, especially the older ones, and minor. The question is, how long do I how long do I take care of their accounts upon the launch? Thank you.
Okay, William, that depends on you. So it, like Maddie just said, it's easy. Anybody can do it, right? So as long as you can show them how to log into their account, right? That's all they need to do. Right? Log in here and I click this button, withdraw, okay? That's it. How long is it gonna take you to show them how to do that? It's up to you, right? So you're gonna show them how to link their bank account to their account, how to go to onpassive.com, because remember guys, very soon we're gonna be having ofounders, right? Gofounders.net. This founders whole thing, founders, was just to help us know what's going on, to communicate with the company, to know what's happening, right? If we bring people in, we want to know what they're doing. If there's any updates, we want to know that. Once OnPassive launches, we are really going to be accessing our founders back office through onpassive.com, okay? So it's going to be a little tab. You click on it, say, hey, put your password and you're in. Once you show them how to do that, you help them link their bank account if they have any, right? If they don't, I know Ash is already thinking about getting some debit card or something that they can use. Once you show them how to get their money, that's it. It can take you 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, okay? It's up to you how long you want to take to run it, okay?
Thank you, Charles.
No problem.
Thank you, William. Thank you for that question. I encourage all of you to attend our founders only meeting on Saturday evening, and we can discuss all this admin stuff at that time. So thank you. Tony, go ahead.
Thank you, David. And thank you, Charles. That was a great presentation, by the way. And Marty did articulate something extremely well, that this business is so easy that Ash has made it so easy that a 3-year-old can do it, okay? It's not difficult, believe me. It's a plug and play. It works behind the scenes. It's something that works behind the scenes. You don't have to do much of anything. However, you know, it's a good idea to probably get involved as a founding member to find out what's going on. I do encourage that. For those of you that don't know who I am, I started with OnPassive as a founding member back in October 5th, 2018. And we didn't have these platforms. We didn't have an founders back office. We had nothing. We only had a voice, and that was Ash's voice. I've made multiple 7 figures in the old days, back over 20 years ago, on the internet. So I know what it's like to make 7 figures on the internet, and it's not easy. It took me over $100,000 to get to where I was, but I got there, and it's a wonderful lifestyle. I understand that you know, for an average person or a person that's struggling, it's kind of hard to comprehend what it's like to ride in a private jet. But this company will give you the opportunity to do that if that's where you want to go. Okay, and I know that for a fact. How do I know? Because I've been doing this for 25 years. And I know it's possible. Believe me, I know what's possible. If I had OnPassive back in the day, I would have been years and years ahead, because, you know, Ash created this for pretty much for the people, for the 97%, okay, of people that are struggling on the planet. He made it so easy that every one of you can have the opportunity I had a few years ago when I was traveling around the world and living a laptop lifestyle. It was absolutely fantastic. And we have the opportunity here. Every one of you have this opportunity. And I can't wait to ride on those private jets with some of you. And I know I will be. It's going to be so fantastic and so much fun. You know, I can't wait to get to Papua New Guinea. I mean, you people inspire me. This is why I'm always here every Saturday night. You know, I stay up till late just to see your faces and just to see how you're doing. I mean, you're amazing people. You've struggled for so long. There's no more struggles, okay? 400 keen is a very small price to pay for what's going to be happening in the next little while. Believe me. I know that for a fact that you guys are going to do extremely well once you get in as a founding member, okay? Thank you, David, for allowing me to speak. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony. As always, we're glad to hear your story, your experience. You plenty blame me lo Papua New Guinea, you mean clear too much long business law on online internet. But you looking online lo here, more stuff some mati, digamo stuff. I'm working close to some 15 years, I'm stop work law internet marketing. Tony I'm stop some 25 years, I'm talk. Charles I'm stop lo industry I'm clear long I'm. Now one of kind business I'm you o'clock. So only got experience lo this la now only sharing this experience lo. Suppose this la company on passive been come up lo this la time all been stop long em. All go finish ya all by narvlaman. Now you me late yeah. But you me awesome. All got something I got timing blame so na big man sawe now awesome you me come start lo look sawe long internet now. And now I'm bring him the opportunity come lo you me try long bring him come in lo country na you me share him and you lo here lo this la meeting now. So you look you can say suppose you know sell yet long or something all right you talk lo this la man me introduce you lo this la business na kisim you come na you lo haren. But suppose you like ask him some question, please no can lose him na go and time you ask him question. You must ask him question but you can clear him some kind doubt is not thinking by you. Thank you, Vero. You can go ahead.
Thank you. Wow. We've had the benefit of Mati Digamo, Charles Osong, and Tony Monk put together. It's almost like 50 years of internet or 60 years of internet experience and expertise shared with us here. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Okay, my question is another question. There are those who are attending, guests attending the webinar today. Some of them have businesses, both small and big. Will they be able to bring the business onto our OnPassive platform? Use our OnPassive platform to promote and market their business. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. I'll leave it back to you.
Yes, Veronica. So as long as it is legal, okay, we don't want anything that's not legal in our platform, of course, right? As long as it is legal, OnPassive approves it, you can bring it to our platform, all right? But I just want to let people know, because a lot of people come in at first because of their business, right? They're thinking OnPassive is going to provide traffic to their business, which is true, which is good. OnPassive will do that. OnPassive will not automate your business. So let's say you have a clothing business, right? You can bring it to OnPassive. We're going to drive traffic to you. okay? And after that, you're gonna do anything else that you need to do with your business. The only thing that will automate 100% is the ONPASSIVE business. So our products and services that we're gonna build your website, we're gonna have customer support for them and all that stuff. You bring your clothing business. We are not gonna have customer support for your clothing business. You're gonna have your own customer support. You should know that. Other thing I wanna let people know, okay? In this day and age, nothing beats the services that ONPASSIVE is providing. Nothing. If you look at the 10 richest companies on earth, they're all tech companies. And you put all of them together, ONPASSIVE is providing everything that each one of them is providing, right? And these are global products. For example, you want Zoom webinar platform. It's global. In this day and age, everybody uses webinar platform, right? Around the world. And we have the best. What is it that you're gonna be selling that will beat this product? I don't know, I don't see it, right? So what I tell people is the elephant and the squirrel. All right, let me tell you guys a small story. It's a myth, okay? It's not really a true story, it's a myth that we have back home. That a hunter went hunting and he felled an elephant. Because there are other hunters around him, you know how big the elephant is? They helped him put that elephant on his head. On his way home, he saw a squirrel. But because of greed, he tried to get that squirrel. Well, he dropped the elephant. And the other hunters were not there to help him with the elephant. So he ended up going home with the squirrel. So ONPASSIVE is the elephant. Because guess what? When you bring your business to ONPASSIVE, you're gonna have to get that traffic at the expense of your ONPASSIVE business. So you might say 50% of traffic goes to your business, 50% goes to your ONPASSIVE business. Well, that 50% that you send to your business could have gone to ONPASSIVE, so 100%, and believe me, you will make more money. So if you want to do that, let it be because of passion. You're passionate for that business, not because of money. I have a friend. He has a business that he's passionate about. He plans to bring his business into ONPASSIVE. So what has he done? He has opened over 50 accounts for himself, and now he opens an account for that business just because his passion. He knows he'll be giving up some money. That his passion is to spread the word. And he's gonna do it like that. So just keep that in mind. You can bring any business to ONPASSIVE. You can split your traffic between ONPASSIVE and that business. It's up to you. And also, we'll have the chance to buy more traffic. Aisha said that, right? That's important. We'll be able to buy extra traffic. So you can bring your business and buy extra traffic for that business. But the way I look at it, I will still buy that extra traffic and send it to my ONPASSIVE business. The way I look at it. You have to have passion for that business. Okay?
Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Thank you. Yupla Harem, suppose Yumi online step long PNG, Yumi got some all businesses, Yumi got some all one or legal company, Yumi got long ama. So Amino got tambulo on a you can kiss him business blue come online too. All right. Suppose you found a finish. And now by you got 2 business, you got business blue, you say walk him now you kiss him come on top online. Now two ONPASSIVE too come up business blue now. So some Charles itoka or some suppose you kiss him 2 on time come on top. All right. 1 plan ONPASSIVE or some trapla cow ya. You meet of buffalo. Okay. Na business blue mo sem by mito ko na pla mumuto apulo dislakain. So at the end of some finish long time 2 business you work 1 time now. By looking money come inside. All right. Suppose you thinking long kiss him 2 1 time. You say Slakawe I'm heavy lo you lo karem. And no you got put on him cow na you la karem kapul na you don't have lo karem cow can because Olman bin stap on tem na ipla panim sla. Abus go na ipla kilim kau ya. Em by all no stap mo lo halmi lo karem sla something. So sem tok pisina. So business ya ino liglig business trapla business ya. So no can thinking long. Kisim ogada something. Suppose one something business you got langam now. Come up with some hobby ya. Osem one plakain osem hobby play long. You seem to so long help him online or one him all product you close selling. But through pla money and become lo side blow on passive. So I'm looking up explanation where you ask him a question. Suppose you got business finish, you not block sim come online. Yes, you can sim come online. That's all. Big plus business I'm on passive and become a person number one business play. Thank you. Do we have any more questions?
Brother David, yeah, Brother David, me got ask him.
Yes. Go ahead, Fred.
Yeah. Okay. Some plenty online me work lo quante me mol mama so lista inside finish lo MLM. So lo dislakan one kind thing ya ina bi platform legal explanation clarification go lo online only step inside finish lo multi-level marketing program so some promo aim global super life all plenty stuff ya ina plenty line bi me all mama say all step inside lo disla. So ina bi so me ask him so ina bi platform legal explanation of how only can people talk is all just the basics of and the most important part of how they can benefit by staying in their multi-level marketing program whilst being a founder. Thank you.
Charles, Fred was just saying here that we have a lot of our people here who are involved in MLM business, selling health products, and they have now joined ONPASSIVE. How can that benefit them if they want to continue on to do that business as an MLM? If you can just touch the basics of that, how they can continue to use their MLM, do the MLM business with ONPASSIVE.
Well, so here's the thing. The question is, are you doing that MLM business because you have passion for it, or are you doing it because you want to make money? You're gonna have to answer that question, right? If you're doing it because you have passion for it, for example, prior to ONPASSIVE, and that was the last product business I said I was gonna do, okay? I got involved with this company. I used to have something called acid reflux that I thought was gonna kill me, right? And the moment I tried that product, from that day up until now, gone. I said to myself, okay, they have an MLM module. And this is about 6 years ago. They have an MLM module. Maybe I should just promote it. Why not? If it works this well, people are gonna use it. People are gonna get it. But guess what? Same thing. You have to recruit to make money. You have to sell to make money. You have to have auto ship. See, all those things that I lined up, once they are there, money becomes difficult. Now, I still use it. I told my wife, if I'm somewhere and you hear a phone call that I'm sick, first you want to find out, ask them if I have that thing with me, because I need it. And I do recommend it to people. So I will always recommend it. But am I gonna do it for money? No. It's not gonna give me the kind of money that I want, right? So if you have that MLM business, that product, if you're just passionate about it and you want the world, you want to help the world, then promote it as long as it is legal. But if you want to do it because of money, just like I said earlier, right? You're gonna give up your traffic to bring digital products because you want to promote some health product. Believe me, the money that you're gonna make this time around is like an elephant compared to a cricket, not even a squirrel, right? So it's up to you. You make that decision. Is it because of money or is it because of passion? But yes, you can bring your MLM business, you can promote, you can market it on you can send traffic to that business. You can take your traffic, send it there, and continue to do it. you will reduce how much money you're gonna make. That's a fact.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you for that. Julie, my sister, great to see you.
Thank you, Charles.
Hello, David. Hello, Charles. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. You know, I resonate with what Charles is saying. When there is a product that you know what in it and you've used it and it helped you, you want it to help other people. So, you know, like Charles said, you're not going to market it in terms of selling to other people. You might want to tell people about it and how it helped you, how it helped other people. So I do find myself, there's a product that I happen to know last year, 2 years. I don't do the MLM part, but I knew it's so effective to help people fixing a lot of problems, right? So what I did is I went to Las Vegas and I met with the CEO of that company. And I said, here is the tools and services. I love your product. I believe in your product. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy one position for you to drive traffic to that. Or I'm going to buy that position. And when our, you know, when our company is launched, I'm going to be having that position, that founder position, which has Apple in it. I'm going to go ahead and buy those products for the people. I could actually pack bags and suitcase because this company is only in the US, or I think it's in Mexico. But if I was to travel to Papua New Guinea or Charles, I could have boxes and boxes in my suitcase because I know the product and I know it works and I wanted to share that with people. And all I need to do is either, you know, buy a position if you are the MLM that market that products, or you could just use one position and designate it for that particular cause. So I just wanted to share that because I heard Charles said about the product that he loves, the product that he knows it works. I do have those products too. And that's exactly what I'm going to do because I know what's in that product, what's in that little envelope and what helps people. So that's exactly what I would do. And if you have one product that you're currently using and it would work for you, buy a position particularly for that product only so that you know each of these positions designate for each of those purposes. Just my thought, my 2 cents. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Julie. Marty?
That was 5 cents, Julie. At least.
That was 5 cents.
Yeah, that was at least 5 cents. Here's what you're going to find in ONPASSIVE, my opinion. You're going to have people that come in with other businesses that will soon turn into something they just like, which is something they're passionate about. Just like Charles said, when you come in, listen, the whole reason you got in that business most of the time is because you wanted to make money. No doubt, a lot of, I tell people when they talk to me about ONPASSIVE, hey, I got a business I really like. Can I do it? I say, oh, that's legit. Yeah, you can run traffic to it. But I know in the long run, 9 out of 10 people that come in with businesses, it will turn to passion and business will leave because they're going to focus on ONPASSIVE because, like Charles said, it's a dinosaur compared to an ant. Okay, there won't be a comparison with money. So you're going to say, wait, what am I doing? Now, you either like it or you don't like it. If you like it, that's different. You can buy a boatload of it and be a customer and help other people get it. But people can do whatever they want. I always tell them, yeah, bring your business in. But I've even done it during this pre-launch where people have come in, they said, I got a business. And I said, that's great. What can I do? I said, well, you could take 50% of your traffic and go there and the other 50 go to ONPASSIVE. Okay, I'm getting in. And as they learn ONPASSIVE, I get a phone call 3 or 4 weeks later, sometimes a couple of months. And they go, you know, I think there's a lot more money, in ONPASSIVE than there is this thing I'm doing. I go, you think so? He goes, oh yeah, a lot more. Why would I do the other? I said, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. And they already changed their mind and they didn't even launch yet. So people will see it. They're going to add it up. And if you have something you really like, there's a water that I drink. The phenomenal. It's expensive as all get out, but it's really good. But I'm not selling it because I don't want to sell it. But I'll drink from it, and I'll get people to drink it because they can afford it now with OnPassive. But yeah, I don't have any other business. I have no intention on any other business. But people can come in and do whatever they want. Like Charles said, some people are passionate about stuff that works. If Julie said it works, Julie's going to take it whether she has 1 million apples or 5 apples, right? She's going to take it. So you share it or you don't share it. It's a big deal. But yeah, I think a lot of people come in with one opinion, and it will change as time goes on because you're going to go, wait a minute. You know, it's like people that get in on passive and they sign up and they're a founder, but they're really not in yet. You can tell. They're in, but they're not in. Because they'll call you back in 3 or 4 months and tell you how great it is. You have no idea how really good this business is. I go, really? Yeah. So, wow, that's pretty cool. Because everybody gets that light bulb moment, and you don't know when. Julie knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, she's putting her hat down. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I always tell people, don't leave anybody out. Yep. Yeah, you can advertise your widget and go wild. But as time goes on, they'll say, wait a minute, what am I doing? Let them make a decision. It's going to be an easy one. But there's nothing wrong. There's a lot of products out there that people like. That's fine. But it'll change for most of them, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you, Marty. Yes, it's always good to know that, because I'll just share just a little bit about what happened to me, because I went in to look for a business to sustain my life and my family, because at the time I was down and really down. I only had this MLM business with me. The products are excellent. I use them, and I was just banking on that product. So I was looking for a way that I can sell it more effectively to bring more customers so that can sustain me. And that brought me into OnPassive, where I met Marty. So since then, I've realized that, you know, this product will basically become like my passion now. Now I'll just buy it and just share it to people. Like Charles has just said, you know, whether it's going to be money but I've seen that OnPassive will be the business for me. And every other thing that I do is just to provide service and assist other people, because, you know, what more do I need? Money is there for us. We can do a lot of things. OnPassive is basically the answer to whatever we are trying to do. So, lo yumi lo Papua New Guinea masam long sila question lo Freddy tok lo planti yumi start long MLM business. Yes, yumi using MLM all products, yeah, good all products. No got wrong long but the system stop. Osem now okay yumi sawe depend long this la money this la product long generating money lo yumi, because yumi need money lo survive. So behind this la business osem MLM business blayu emba kama posem one pla interest blayu tasolong. Ino lo road blayu lo pani money lang, because OnPassive emba providing mo kata road blayu lo pani money. Na this la business em can kama posem one pla interest blayu tasolo tram long help him all man all got one kind problem lo body or this la kind lo help him all stop. So this la ting em mi pla kam long em longan. So legally cap explanation tasol mi pla putim lem. So I'll just me give him go back and lo Pita Hauji em brother Bluimi em stop long Philippines em tu em one pla founder lo Philippines. Thank you, Pita. Go ahead.
Right. Thank you, brother Blomi David. I think just, you know, make a few comments, Lodesla. That question, I think, looking at PNG, we joined MLM for 2 reasons. Number one is, of course, economic reasons. We because of economic reasons, you may join Lokisimoni, number one. Number two, some products help him Yumi. I think most of the MLM companies that are currently in PNG are something to do with health. All right. Health and beauty and all of that stuff going on, okay? Now, of course, I think you sabi also OnPassive is providing traffic, so suppose you promote him links or kind of same, and of course you can, have that just like Charles has said, which one you want to make it priority, that's all up to you. And you can do that. But the point here is this, you're trying to compare these two with human energy, human effort versus machine, automation, all done for you. Now you try him low, make him, put him energy blow you, strong blow you, hard work inside of MLM and OnPassive and me, abrusi molgeta. You think him. So think blow me also, all of the, because it provides income. So that thinking law, economic reason why you meet try law, make him MLM and by die altogether. It's going to totally kill that thinking blow you me. Okay, because OnPassive is, you cannot compare OnPassive with any existing. Now you think, as you talking you me pinisa, the value that OnPassive is offering is not, it's compared to nothing, nothing ever history before or now. So you think him, so it will just, thinking blow you me or some attitude blow you me or Papua New Guinea. Time suppose, day 1 or day 2 you look law, money come and sell OnPassive, everybody you lose thinking law, all get a MLM blow you. And that is guaranteed. Okay, I'm just telling you, you will forget about all the energy, all the big mouse about everything you put effort into, all get something and by go all get. Thank you, Troy. I'm just like mouse wara blomita.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter.
No, Peter you just said something and it juggled my mind on something, right? I'm going to give you guys an example. Like the product I just told you, it's just like a water. They might be talking about the same water, right? But it is not, first of all, it is not global, right? They're not going to ship all over the world. That's number one. So Peter was talking about comparing automation versus, humans, right? Okay. Now you can take that automation and send it to that business, some of it. Okay? Let them drive traffic. But guess what? You still have to take the products. You still have to go demo the products. Okay? So you have to have some human element. That's number one. Number two, it is not even global. Number two, okay? It cannot possibly be totally hands-free. Number three, you sell a bottle of water. What's the profit margin? How many of them are you going to sell? And that's what he's saying. It's not even comparable. I think I was being generous when I said an elephant versus a cricket. And Madi just came and said a dinosaur versus an ant. I think that's more appropriate, guys. That's more appropriate. Thanks, Madi.
Yeah, a dinosaur versus an ant. I like that one. Yeah, Tony, go ahead. And then Veronica.
It's an interesting subject we're on because I've done MLMs in the past. Why would anybody want to do an MLM? You have to recruit people in order to keep it going, right? In order to make any money, you have to recruit people. Why would you want to keep recruiting people when OnPassive is going to recruit for you, right? It's a done deal here in OnPassive. It's all automated, right? You're going to be making, you have to remember an MLM company like Charles was just saying, it's not a huge market for a lot of the products. In OnPassive, we have a market of 4.6 billion people. That's more than half of the population of the planet. The compounding effect is a hell of a lot bigger than any MLM company. Now, if you like the products and you're making a lot of money with OnPassive, buy 1,000 products and just hand them out to people. You'll have the money for it, right? So stick with OnPassive. OnPassive is the only place, it's the only place to be. Believe me, it's the only company that makes any sense to me in 2021. Remember, I've been very successful, and I've done, it took me a lot of work. I had to buy a lot of courses to know exactly what I was doing to make that money back in the day. Today, you don't have to with OnPassive. OnPassive is doing everything for you. I mean, that's amazing. I've never seen anything like this before, you know, where OnPassive is going to be, you're going to be the brand, right? You're not promoting OnPassive. OnPassive is promoting you. Okay, they're creating the products. Okay, and the products are being sold under your brand name, and you didn't even create the products. And the products are being used by 4.6 billion people on the planet. This is the way you have to start to think. And then, you know, the MLM products, if you love the MLM products, yeah, I mean, if you're passionate about them, that's great. Buy a whole bunch of them and just hand them out. You know, that's all I have to say. Thanks, Dave.
That's exactly what I plan to do, Tony. The thing I told you, I'm going to give it my mom, my sister, my brother, my cousin, everybody.
Absolutely. It makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to work now.
Thank you, Tony. Veronica, go ahead. And then we have Cedric.
Right, another question. Well, first of all, thank you guys for all the discussions on MLM. I'm an MLM myself, so you've given me a lot of different angles to deal with this question with all our prospects and the other founders when the question pops up in the days to come. So thank you very much. This next question, what do you do? No, sorry, OnPassive is for everyone. So what do you do when we have minors, those who are less than 16 and 18, when we register them as founders in OnPassive? What do you do with them and their accounts, and how do we look after them?
Thank you,
So,
Charles, if you
now remember, when you sign the NDA, right, there's 2 check boxes underneath. One of them says, I've read and I understand this, and the other one says, I am the owner and or the manager of this account. So in that case, that 16-year-old, you are the manager of that account, okay? You can manage that account until they become of age. Now, say that's your son or your daughter. Say you have a 16-year-old son who is not yet of age. The way I would do it, if I open an account for that 16-year-old, I will not even tell them, because you want them to focus on school. Because when they start thinking they're going to make so much money, it might be difficult to concentrate, right? So I will just put my name on it. I can withdraw the money in the meantime, or if I have enough money, I can let that money sit and accumulate in the account, okay? And at some point when they're of age, you can now turn it over to them legally. Hey, change your name. Now, 2 ways you can do it. You can either have the name of that 16-year-old, everything, and don't touch it, okay? You create an email address for that account with a password, which you're gonna hand over when the time comes. My son, when you were 16, I created this account. It now has huge amount of money in there. Here's a username, here's a password for the email account, as well as for the OnPassive account. It's all yours. You see that? You don't touch it. Now, if you plan to touch it, to touch the money, then you need to put your name on the account so you can do the KYC and withdraw the money. And then later, when they become of age, you can now go through support and change the name to their name legally. It's up to you how you want to handle it, right?
Thank you, Charles. That clarifies a lot of our questions that we get all the time. So at least that gives us a better clarity to be able to explain to them when they ask these questions. Thank you.
David, I have a
Cedric,
second.
you have a second one? Yes, go ahead, Vero.
Yes. The second question is, what happens to the account of founders who pass away?
Well, yeah, again, if founder passes away, and hopefully that founder has a will, hopefully, right? Now, two things. It can happen now, and it can happen when we launch. Say I pass away now, God forbid, I don't want to pass away, but let's say it happens, okay? And my son or my wife has my password, my email address, and all of that stuff. That's easy. They don't have to do anything. They just take it over, right? But if they don't, and have a will, okay, they can send that to support. Hey, these are the documents. My dad just passed. Here's the will and all that stuff. There's a death certificate. Of course, they will hand it over to them, right? And the same thing when we do launch finally. When we do launch finally, and I have all my information, and my son or my wife has all my information, and something happens to me, and they have access to my email, the only thing that's going to happen, they just need to contact support, so that if we have, say, facial recognition, for example, right? So that they can undo my iris from the facial recognition system and put theirs on it. That's all. No big deal. Well, now we're encouraging people to have a living will. I haven't done it, so I'm guilty. If you haven't done it, don't feel bad. But sometimes we always procrastinate. Well, we're gonna do it. Well, we're gonna do it, right? But the best thing is to have it ready, so that something happens, there's no confusion, especially when you have a situation where maybe you have many kids that are gonna be fighting, right? And things like that. You want to try to stop that before it even happens. Imagine you're a single mom and you have 3 kids, right? And something happens and you don't have a will, and you have one account. Well, guess what? They're going to be fighting seriously over that one account. So you want to kind of eliminate that before it happens. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles, for that. Thank you, Vero. And Cedric Flowers, my brother from the Hollywood Square. Come on.
Yes, how you doing, David? It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to be in PNG. Charles, that was a great presentation, as always. Love your wisdom and inspiration. Always get a lot of wisdom and inspiration just being in PNG anyway. You know,
Comes with the gray hair, Cedric.
I know what you mean. I got a little bit of I got a little salt myself. This is all good. That's wisdom. So I'm blessed, thankful, and grateful for it. You know, I want to always thank Ash Mufareh, wishing him the best, praying for him and his family for a speedy recovery. I was just thinking, you know, I have Allstate insurance. You know, Allstate, they say is, you know, you're in good hands with Allstate. But with OnPassive, we got world of coverage. You know, it's worldwide coverage. You know, Allstate, you're in good hands, but with OnPassive, you're in greater hands. You know, so this is the best platform you can have to for me to walk away from my job, although I got laid off due to the pandemic, but I know I don't have to go back or worry about it. I mean, OnPassive could take you away from the 9 to 5. I mean, if you like your job, fine, you know, talk about the passion of your jobs, that's great. But if you don't like it, OnPassive is the ticket to walk away. And it will give you residual income like I was looking for. I think we all are. And generational wealth. That's what I like the best, you know. I could bring people in and know they're going to be successful. You know, you don't have to do anything. This is this is the best blueprint in the world. you know, to minimize poverty. You know, you got to struggle, you know, working 9 to 5, paycheck to paycheck. OnPass will take you away from that I call it the paycheck to paycheck syndrome. You know, you know, I don't want to get started with minimum wage. You know, $7.25 in 2021 just don't make no sense to me. But OnPassive, it takes you away from that. For me, it stopped me from running in place. You know, I can't thank Ash Mufareh enough. I'll be thanking him to my last breath. You know, this is a no-brainer. You know, you got, you know, someone asked what's the difference between OnPassive and Microsoft and Apple and Google. I think Marty said it the best. OnPassive pays you. You know, you gotta, you know, somebody mentioned, I think it was Tony, OnPassive brand you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. What other company does that? Yeah, I know, it's none. You can't compare. Somebody said you can't compare OnPassive to anything. People be trying. That's why they struggle with it. You can't compare OnPassive to nothing else. So you might as well just stop, just come on in, you know, be happy with OnPassive, because if you got anything better than OnPassive, please let me know. I will promise you, I will bring over 800,000 people with me, you know? So again, this is no brainer. I love the quote you always say about what Warren Buffett say, and that's what I always been wanting. That was a burning desire for me, to, you know, find a way to make money while I sleep. I'm not a lazy guy, but, you know, I like to, you know, I wanted to get a residual income and generational wealth. You know, OnPassive does everything for you. You can't beat that, you know. Richard Branson, you know, somebody offer you a great opportunity, you think you can't do it, just say yes, and then learn it later. But this is my best one. My grandmother always said, and it still stands true to me. You know, before I tell you something wrong, I won't tell you nothing at all. So get in OnPassive. You can't lose. You won't lose. You know, the only thing you'll risk is $5. $5. What you gonna do with $5? $97. You know, you'll get that back. If you don't like it in 30 days, you get your money back. So $5 is all you're gonna risk. That's nothing. So just get in, you know, in this share when you get in. You don't have to do nothing. You can just stay engaged and just get in, you know. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm in it to win it, you know. I love everyone. Peace.
Thank you, Cedric. As a matter of fact, you just said that, and somebody told me the other day that they asked for a refund, and OnPassive gave them $102 back. So they didn't lose, they didn't risk $5. If you want to look at it like that, ain't no risk. I just say there's a risk if you wait 30 days. Then you can say you have a risk. Because you got 30 days to think about it.
That's it.
And our CEO is so great. Guess what? He even said he will give your money back if you're not happy, regardless of how long you've been with us. Okay? I mean, because he knows if you really participate, tell you guys the truth, I've never been at peace for the last, I don't know, 2.5 years that I've been OnPassive. I just have some peace. And the reason is simple, because I know, Cedric mentioned it, generational wealth. My family will never struggle. You can't beat that, my friends. So nobody should stay on the fence.
Yeah. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Cedric. That's the thing. It gives you peace of mind. You know, I was troubled all the time, but as soon as I found OnPassive and I started to know what the company is, just took away all this insecurity and this worrying, anxiety. Just gave me peace, and I just, you know, got myself engaged in this. So me, like encouraging people, online people watch, people harem stuff, and planti tokok mi plan making lo here. On passive once you come now you look so on passive by you lose thinking lo na something. So me like encouraging you. Thinking, promote us for 400 cannot come. I'll give a opportunity to our two LC members, Chris Johnson and then Julie, and then we can wind up this webinar.
Hey, thank you, David. I'll be real quick because my voice is really going. A lot of talking lately. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Charles Asong for one heck of a presentation. I've seen many of his presentations, and every time I listen to him, I learn something more. To all those people in PNG, every one of us, we travel around the world, whether we're leadership or we're just founders, which we're all founders. We do that because we believe in something wholeheartedly that it'll change the world, and we want to help change people's lives. I want to give you a real quick thing here. Do you understand that you don't have to know anything? You don't have to listen to this meeting. You don't have to listen to anything. All you really got to do is pay $97. Literally, if you're smart, and I'm not that smart, you'll understand. It took me about a week and a half to really understand the big light bulb moment, okay? But technically, I've got over 50 people on my team that just signed up and has never looked at it since. They said, let me know when it's ready, because they know about our artificial intelligence. And one more thing, if you think you got to be skilled, I'm going to use a personal example. My first nephew, he's 29 years old now. He's a full-blown Down syndrome. He can't talk. He'll never work. He's the loveliest guy in the world, he can think. And he's a founder. He's a founder. He will never ever hold a job anywhere because of how he was born with Down syndrome. But guess what? He's got a job now, and he's still going to be able to have his happy life and just be successful. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter your situation or anything. Anyone can do this. And all this stuff we talk about on here, we get into a lot of technical stuff. You know, I get lost listening to Charles sometimes because he's such a smart guy in IT. And I'm like, wow, oh, wait a minute. But it's great to listen and learn, but honestly, just get in it because it will change your life. And I can promise you that it'll change Papua New Guinea's way of thinking in the next few years, because I'm going to see a lot of changes. That's all I wanted to say. And you know, I love you to death, and you guys are always in my prayers. Tell Nancy I'm hoping she's doing good, and I miss her a lot. And I'm looking forward, hopefully, to see her next week. Tell her I love her, and I love you, David, for what you built over there in Papua New Guinea. Thank you, David. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Julie.
Thank you, David. That was 4 minutes, Chris, for you not being able to talk. You did very well, my dear. Thank you, David. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm going to read you these 3 sentences. And if it resonates with you, get back with the person who shared this with you. They brought you on here. They invite you here because they care for you. Your action that you take today, whether or not you take it or not, doesn't make big difference for the person that invite you here. So you ready for this? I'm going to say this. And if you resonate and if you believe in the person that sent you here, and if you believe in the statements that I'm about to read to you, just get back and take the action today. So what it is that OnPassive is a business created to help everyday people around the world create generational wealth. Mr. Ash Mufareh is a man with a vision for a future, a selfless person who thinks less of himself, but more of people around the world who's struggling to make a stand on their own to lead to a prosperous life. That's why he conceptualized, and that's why he created OnPassive. So what I've just read to you, what I've just shared with you, if it resonates with you, get back to the person who shared this with you. I guarantee you, by the time this company launch and you don't make the money that you spent today, the $97, myself and many of the people that on the screen today will buy back that position from you. I can say that for myself, but I'm very sure Tony, Chris, everyone else, once this company launched to the world, and if you don't make that $100 back, we'll buy it back and we'll buy it with double, right? So get back with the person, do it, guys. Take care of yourself. Give yourself an opportunity. That's all I could say. Thank you, David. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for all your wisdom.
Thank you, Julie. That's great. You basically
Thank you, Julie.
summed up everything and giving us a good close to the meeting. And I'd like to thank everyone. I pass my sincere appreciation to Charles to accept our invitation and come and speak to us here with our in our PNG webinar. Thank you very much, Charles Osong. That was a very, very great presentation you made.
My honor, David. Anytime. We on Passive, we all want to help as many people as possible. I can assure you, someday I'll be coming to Papua New Guinea, so I need to start making my face sing, right?
Thank you, Charles. You got family here, so don't worry. You can come anytime. So yes, with that, thank you everyone. Thank you all kata lain Blayumi on Papua New Guinea. Thank you long you play tune in all guests Blayumi. You know, joining on passive yet and our company. Suppose you interest one something you are now you got interest lo join him. You go back and or this la man or Mary and me invite him you or talk sour you lo this la meeting. Now you come watch him. So you go back and all now you can ask him all how, but you can join him. Thank you once again, everyone, and good evening, good morning, good afternoon from Papua New Guinea. Bye-bye.
Thank you, David. We love you, brother. Thank you, Veronica.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Great job, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody. See you.
Chris, Marty, everybody.
Cedric.
Bye.